mouse or a rat. You can see on the side there. They're all snapped into place. Here we go. Take it out. Much easier. This is an extra socket I'm putting in case somebody wants to put here or they want to put an extra fridge. You get the idea. I've got the raw plugs in the wall. Let's do that one first. Then not too tight, so we can adjust it. Second one, I'm gonna eyeball this actually. I don't really need a spirit level for here. It's not really a visible part of the house. Let's put it a bit higher. Now I've got wired this area here. Now I've got that wired up all over there. It's time to screw it in and then test it and see if it works.
Next socket.
Where the nib is left for the RHA beam, I'm going to be dabbing the wall. For those of you that don't know what that is, imagine this is the plasterboard. I'm going to be putting some kind of adhesive on here, and then I'll obviously do a cutout of the plasterboard for this back box. And then the plasterboard will sit about there, so there'll be a bit of a gap between the wall, then it will run flush. It's quite loud, man. I don't want to make any more noise. Neighbours.
I just started to disconnect some wires and gotta get this pendant off actually first.
My wife got this for my birthday. It cost £2.99.
What a cheapskate.
It's the best thing that she ever gave me. It's a magnet and it holds all your tools while you're doing things. The only thing I just wish my food was made out of metal so I can just magnetize it to this and eat while I'm on the job. You'll be surprised at what you find in the loft. In the distance over there, I've got a bee's nest or a wasp's nest. And over here, I can look at the wiring, and the wiring looks like it's been eaten by a mouse or a rat, if you can see on the side there. Here you go, you can see it close up. It looks like the live wire had been eaten into, and the rat probably got a shock. Firstly, I want to be connecting all the lives, so I want to get the live to this terminal here, and do the same for these over there too. So they're all snapped into place. The lives anyway. Now I've got to do the neutrals.
One day later, time to start the kitchen transformation.
Okay, I'm gonna take off the worktop. Before I do that, I'm probably gonna take off all the drawers and the doors just to make it easier, so I can see where all the screws are kind of tied in together. A good idea would be to pile them up in the order that they fit. For obvious reasons, you know where to put them after.
Here's a quick, shocking list of renovation facts for a kitchen renovation. Moneybag hidden costs. Expect to pay 20 to 30% more than your initial budget due to unexpected surprises like plumbing or electrical issues. Kitchen pipes. Many older homes have kitchen pipes connected to bathroom lines, leading to serious drainage issues if not updated. Fire hazard alert. Outdated electrical wiring in kitchens is a leading cause of home fires, yet many renovators ignore rewiring. Mouse face. Unwanted guests tearing out cabinets. There's a 50% chance you'll find signs of rodents, especially in older homes. Hourglass with flowing sun twice as long. Even small kitchen renos often take double the estimated time due to delays in permits, materials, and contractor schedules. Sink regrets. Over 40% of homeowners wish they had moved their sink after renovation. Placement is everything.
If you're unscrewing or keeping doors, you might want to keep them in a safe area so you don't lose them, because a lot of issues I have is that I can't find things. It could be tools, it could be also things that I need to refix back into place.
To avoid losing screws, you can just screw them back in where they fit in originally. So I'm going to put these back in here. Then at least I know there won't be a lost. This is so cool that there's a little bin in here.
So you should always be looking for things in a renovation that you're ripping out that you can reuse later on to save a lot of costs, because at the end of the day, whatever money you save is the money you make on a property flip. This bin is probably not a good example of that, but you get the idea.
Last one. There we go. Quite handy.
Now, a lot of this kitchen has been upcycled, and you will see that as an end result. It's actually amazing to how much you spent and to how great the kitchen looked. after. So you might want to subscribe to see that, to be honest with you. It will be worth it.
Okay, what I intend to do, there's a lot of pipe work behind there, on that side, and I'm trying to put the oven there. Basically, I'm trying to shift everything about 4 inches that way, so that pipe work doesn't obscure the oven going in, and that way I don't have to change any of the carcasses.
Details matter.
You kind of have to be mindful when you're doing projects like this, because cost is literally your profit, essentially. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. I've unscrewed all the screws that were attaching the carcass to the worktop. What you can do to get a bit of movement going, just screw up the legs on the bottom there, and that will help you to move the carcass along. Okay, just do about 3-4 turns will be enough. Yeah, feels looser. Should be able to put along. Okay, the floor is making it super annoying. There is the original floor, then there's plywood, then there's this getting in the way. Just might as well remove it. This could be wedging in place. Screw here. Screw there. Pretty weak. It's easier. That's perfect. Move that across to where I want. Got to be careful of the condensing pipe from the boiler. Got to snap that. And I think gone too far. Essentially, what I want to do is get the drawer to open out as far as it can go without hitting the wall and without hitting the radiator. Okay. There's good clearance there. Look, originally, if you can see that line on the wall, that's where the carcass was. So I managed to gain 7 centimeters, and it's not hitting the pipes there. That's basically the position I'm going to fix the drawer in. That's fully open. Doesn't hit anything there. Goes in properly. I literally got the spanner, just remembered. The hot and cold after disconnecting from the tap. I'm probably going to have to take up the sink anyway to move this along. So I disconnected the cold, but because it's an old system. Whoops, get it lined up there. Yeah, I'm going to drain out the tank upstairs. Oh yeah, and I pretty much turned off the supply from the tank. Okay, almost done. Running low. That's it. Okay, all we need to do now is get the spanner and loosen that nut over there. Separate this pipe from the tap in the kitchen sink, and kind of move this carcass along. Okay, this is going to be super hard to record at the same time. Let's try. I loosened it a little bit earlier on. Okay, should be able to do the rest by hand. There we go. Nice and loose. Then we gotta loosen up the waist. That's pretty simple. Just make sure there's no water there. Yeah. Should show that before. Okay, that's off. Okay, these two pipes are loose. They're ready to be, well, the sink is ready to be moved, and that's loose. And I'll just let that drain for a bit longer. Now to remove the sink away from the worktop, I have got to take these screws over here out. There's like about 8 of them, 6 or 8. So I'll do that throughout, and then I'll just take off the sink from there. It should come out smoothly. Now the sink should come out. Okay, so there's silicone. I missed one clip. Let me just get that last clip. That's better. Oh, there's one more. That's it. Done. Shake out the water. Side. Get a closer look. Those are the 2 pipes which I mentioned I'd loosened up. That and the waste pipe over there as well. Now I should be able to move along the next carcass. Just before I do take off the worktop, I think what I might do is cut it here, because this is 4 meters from that side to that side, it's basically 4 meters. So if I get basically just cut it here, put it there. It makes sense to cut within a box, this area and that area. Have a look at that. Okay, it's not cut all the way through, but it'll snap easily anyway. Yeah. Much easier. That looks good. Now all I got to do is remove that part over there. That'll probably just break off quite easily, to be fair. Gotta be careful of this condensing pipe. To be fair, I have to cut it out, it's so annoying. A little bit away. I'm trying to get this piece out on its own without the full L shape coming out. There you go. That's better. Now you can see that's all removed. Worktop's removed. The sink is removed. All the carcass is loose. Now I can just relay out the kitchen ever so slightly. So my goal is remove that carcass, put a oven carcass in, move these along so it gives it more space so we can get the oven to fit and not hit that pipe. So if that's shifted all to the left a little bit, I can achieve that. Probably have to move a bit of the pipe work, but that's pretty much, that's pretty easy. Tiring.